Welcome to this beautiful garden. This is the herb corner, but my little trees are starting to take over. They're not allowed to be trees here. And let me introduce you to some of them. I want to share the sweet chestnut that I grew from a nut, a walnut that my sister grew, little oak trees, and this fig here. Let me show you. I'd like to share my love of growing little trees. This here is a little oak that we got from a tiny acorn which had sprouted when I was in a play area with the children. The bark that Swansea put to make the play area safe is a great place for the oaks to start their lives. This is a little sycamore. And I guess one could bonsai them. Basically they seed themselves anywhere, and I just can't bear to throw them away. This is something my sister did, which is she lives in Kent and they get plenty of walnuts there, and she makes it very easy to grow walnuts, and I don't know whether that will fruit in my lifetime, but it's a lovely plant. And I love the fact that this one is like a miniature tree. It's got its roots there coming out. It doesn't seem to mind. This here is a stick, there it is, that I wasn't sure was going to take. It was just a bare stick. But as you can see, I've got leaves coming. And at the top here, I hope you can see, it has grown into a fig, which apparently don't do particularly well in Britain. They come from southern Mediterranean. I fell in love with fig trees in Bristol when I saw that they would seed themselves along the Bristol Harbour wall, and I've got some figs growing here, which this one's totally gone out of control since the rain and needs cutting back because it's not allowed to be a tree here. But this is where I got the stick from down there. I had a low branch like this one, for example, and I pegged it down and earthed it up to make new roots form on this. And then I looked at it weeks, maybe months later to see if roots had come, and then could cut it from the main tree and make a new one. Don't know why I'm doing it really. I know my friend in Upper Calais has lovely figs off her tree, so it is possible here. I just I haven't been very successful myself yet. This one has figs on it, and apparently, according to the internet, we need a fly, a creature that encourages pollination of this plant. But the fact that they do grow in Kent makes me realise that we probably have got it here. Now, this was done at the same time as the other one, but it failed because the earth didn't stay over the plant, and if I look there, I doubt if there's enough root there for it to be viable. So what I could do now is earth that up and earth it up to there. Maybe it'd be good if the root came from here, then it'd be straight, and come back in a few months and see if I've got another little one. Not that I really need any more fig trees, but I just like growing them. I've just remembered my tallest tree that I grew from a nut is planted out over here. So I'm just going to go and check up on it. This could be the year where we get some chestnuts. Okay, this is a chestnut tree that I grew from the nut, and it's been planted in double hedging here because it was damaged a lot by cattle, and I've just realised as I've walked into the field where the cattle are. I think it's going to be okay. Right, so what I discovered was, I love chestnuts, I used to take them out the casings and I used the casings as the mulch, not realising that the discarded nuts that didn't go into my meal were in with the mulch, and they seeded themselves. So it's all about observation and giving nature a chance, isn't it? I can't actually see whether there will be nuts. I'm looking forward to finding out. As I said earlier, this is really meant to be the herb garden, and it's a little bit wild, but I do try to make plants reproduce themselves. I've done this with the rosemary using the same method I've used for the fig, and if I'm pruning a plant, I often stick the prunings into the soil to give them a chance, and if the weather's favourable, then I end up with some extra plants, which I think is always good in a garden, to have replacements, and if you don't need them you can give them away. So I hope you've enjoyed spending a little time in my garden. I've brought the fig over to the wall so that we can have a look and see what the progress has been in 2 weeks, and I think you'll agree that's quite a difference. And I'm really pleased to say that both my other figs now not only have figs on, but are growing quite quickly.